Hello everyone, welcome back to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. This is my second video post returning from the World Championships, and I'm slowly getting used to this schedule of posting videos again. Having not posted videos for 2 weeks, it really feels somewhat new. But anyway, today I'm going to solve a Pencilmarks Sudoku. This was created by 97358 Johnny JLJ. I'm thankful to the author for creating this Sudoku. This has been taken from the Logic Masters Germany portal. I've solved this Sudoku previously and I found the solve path really good. There were some tricky steps. It's not a straightforward Sudoku. There are some excellent classic techniques hidden in this Sudoku, and I thought it would be a nice change to cover this Sudoku on the channel. The link to solve this is in the description of the video. And before proceeding to the video, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel and if you're enjoying what we do, please hit the subscribe button below so that you don't miss a video from us, and we'll also be motivated to see people subscribing to the channel, because that's the only way we'll know that you love the channel. So please subscribe, and also if you're really enjoying what we do, then consider supporting us on Patreon. We post bonus Sudokus. The bonus Sudokus for this month are yet to be posted. Hopefully they'll be posted soon. And without much further ado, let's start this Sudoku by Johnny JLJ. This is a Pencilmarks Sudoku. The rules are simple. You have classic rules applying, which means each row, each column, and 3x3 box in the grid has digits 1 to 9, no changes from that. And Pencilmarks Sudoku rules apply, which means that if you see some cells, there are already some candidates given inside. The final digit that is going to be written inside the cell must be from one of these candidates, which are already given or which are pre-given. So for example, if you take, let's say, row 4, column 8, you have 1 or 2 inside, so which means that only 1 and 2 can go inside that cell. So these are the rules. We'll start the Sudoku. You can see that there is a 7-8 pair in row 1. You can also see a 2-7 pair in row 9. But what it does is that it creates an X-swing right at the start. So if you have, let's say, a 7 here, then the 7 in row 9 gets forced here. Or if you have a 7 here, then the 7 in row 9 gets forced here. So which means that all these cells highlighted in yellow can never be a 7, right? So this is an X-swing right at the start of the Sudoku, but I don't think it is helpful here at the start, I would say. I'm seeing a 6-9 pair here. Also a 2-3-9 triplet. If you look at these cells marked in green, they have a 2-3, they have a 3-9, and they have a 2-9 in them. So which means we have a locked triplet in those cells. So none of the other cells can take a 2-3 or a 9. So which means this cell has to be a 1, it cannot be a 2, and that gives a 2 in here. So we have slowly started going. 1 in here gives a 7 in row 6, column 3. Let me remove these greenies. Okay, 7 here gives me a 5 here in the yellow cell. And let me see now. Okay, that's nice. Look at row 4. You have a 1, 2 that we placed just now. You also have a 3, 4 given as candidates. You also have a 5, 6 pair. So the remaining digits in that row must be 7, 8, and 9. And obviously you can't have 7 here. So this is 8, 9. Okay, so I seem to have forgotten the solve, which is good in a way. because I get to enjoy the Sudoku once more. Okay, look at column 9. We know that 7 must be in one of these two cells as we saw right at the start, which means that row 4 column 9 can never be a 7. So that's 8, 9, and that gives you 7 in row 4. And which means 7 must go in one of these two cells in box 6. So if you're hearing some noise, that's the pressure cooker going. So I'm sorry for that. Okay, 7 here removes the 7 from column 5. That's fantastic. And now if you see, you have a 5-9 pair in column 5. You also have a 6-9 pair in column 8. And what it does is that it's giving us a second X-wing. Let's mark it in pink. So which means that it is clear to me that none of these cells, let's use, what should we use here? An eye-catching color. Let's use blue. So none of these cells marked in blue can ever be a 9, because for those two columns we have got our quota of 2 9s. So the cells marked in blue can never be a 9. You can bravely eliminate 9 from here. So let me remove those cells now, because I don't think you guys will be able to see the cursor. So 9 can be eliminated from row 2 column 2. So this is a 2. It can't be a 9, and that gives me a 3 here, a 9 here, and that in turn gives an 8 here, which completes row 4. That's a 9, and that 9 gives me 8 here. That gives 4 here, which gives 1 here. Excellent. We got a lot of digits here already. Now let's look at row 6 maybe. The left out digits are 2, 3 and 6. So I can quickly pencil mark them, 2, 3, and this would be 2, 3, 6. And 9 in box 5, if you look carefully, has to go in one of these two cells. Obviously, it's not possible here because you have a 5-9 pair in column 5. That eliminates 9 from the absolute middle cell of the grid. So what do we do here? I have an 8 here, so which means row 1 column 1 must be a 7, right? And that gives a cascade of digits. 8 here, this becomes 2 in row 9 column 1, which was 2, 7, so it becomes 2, and finally we can write the 7 here. So this X-wing is resolved. Let me remove the colors. Oops, color is not getting removed. Okay, now what? Okay, 8 can't be in column 9, so that gives an 8 here, which means you have a 7-8 pair locked inside, so that's a 7-8, and that's a 3, 4 and 6, and 6 must be in this domino. And 2 here eliminates the 2 from this cell, so that's 3, 6, and now you can place the 2 in row 6, only one cell left. 2 can be placed in box 4, 2 goes here. And look at this cell. It can't be a 9. As we already saw the blue cells, if you remember, all these cells were blue. This can't be a 9, that's 2, 7, 8. And it can't be a 7, that's a 2, 8. So we have managed to eliminate 2 digits from there. Okay, 2 here eliminates the 2 from this cell, that's 4 and 5. And look at these 3 cells, they must be a 1, 3, 9 triplet. And of course 9 was already eliminated here, so this is 1 and 3. 3 gets eliminated here, that's 4, 6. These would be 4, 5 and 6 for the row. And if you look at column 2, and where does this ask, where does the 7 go? 7 goes here. So these cells are not 7 anymore, and which means 7 in row 8 has only one cell left. 7 goes here, and that puts a 7 into this domino. So 7 is not in row 1, 7 is not in column 9, so 7 goes in here, a split dragon style marking. I remember this Sudoku having a lot of subtle reductions, and it was not a walkover at any point of time, except perhaps during the last few digits. Let's look at column 2. So you can't have an 8 here, so that is a 4, 5, and 6, and which means 8 has 2 possibilities in column 2. Not that it's going to be useful, but just marking it. I'm missing something here because, like I said, I don't remember the solve path now. So it's up to me to find the solve again. Okay, let's try to be a bit thorough here. What am I missing here? So if I look at column 5, I almost got an X-wing again. So 8 goes in these 3 cells. And we marked an 8 in one of these 2 cells. And which means I can eliminate the 8 from this cell. So because this is a finned X-wing, I'm not going to explain it now because I don't see any useful elimination because of that. Wow, yes. This is a really tough deduction to see. So can this guy be an 8? Oh my goodness, this can't be an 8 because of this 8 here. So I was about to explain it in a complicated way. So instead of touching the nose straight, just like that, I was about to come around my head and touch it. So I was about to explain that this can't be 8 because if this is 8, in column 2 you get an 8 here. Let me use colors and explain. Look at the greens. If this is 8, in column 2 8 goes here, and in column 5 there is only one cell left for the 8 now, and now you don't have any cell left for the 8 in row 8, but this could be simply avoided by looking at this 8. 8 can't be here in green. So let me remove the 8 from there and the greens from here. Okay, now what it does is, look at these 3 cells again in green, a 5 6, a 6 9, and a 5 9. So we have a typical XY wing, or you can say a Y wing. Both are one and the same, it's just different terminology. So you identify 3 cells, out of which one cell has to see the other 2 cells. So in this case, row 7 column 7 is seeing the other 2 cells, and you can call this cell, which is common to other cells, as the hinge cell. The other 2 cells are the wing cells, right? So the as per this technique, the cell which is common to the wing cells, for instance this cell, row 3 column 3, is seeing both the other 2 cells, right? I'll remove the colors again. So these 2 greens are being seen by this yellow color. So which means that you can eliminate the common digit from the digit which is common between these 2 cells in row 3 column 7 and row 7 column 3 from row 3 column 3. So this has to be a 4, because if you have a 5 here, this gets forced to be a 9, this gets forced to be a 6, and you have no digit in row 7 column 7, right? None can go into this cell. So this is what a wiving is, a beautiful technique. So this becomes a 4, and that gives me a 3 here, a 6 here, a 3 here, 4 here, 6 here. This becomes a 4-5 pair, and 4 here eliminates the 4 from that cell, so that's a 5-6. And now 4 cannot be in row 3, 4 cannot be in column 4, so 4 goes here, just playing around with the 4s. And look at column 5, 4 goes in one of these two cells, so that gives a 4-8 pair. That's nice. Let's mark a 4-8 here, and that means this becomes a 2, and which means this becomes 8. So this can be resolved. So that's 8, that's 7. And look at this cell, can't be 8. Okay, 2 can be eliminated from these two cells. And look at this cell. It cannot be 1, 4, 7, 8, or it cannot be a 6 or a 9. So it is 2, 3, 5, but 2 is also eliminated. So that's 3, 5. So it's all about being subtle from here on. Subtle. What am I missing here? 4-8 pair, right? This could have been instantly knocked off. This is 9. That becomes 3, and that 9 gives me a 5 here, which in turn resolves all the pinkies, 6 and 9. Let's remove these colors now. There are too many, right? Let me remove them. I let them stay intentionally with the idea that you can think on them and how the technique worked. So this 9 can be eliminated because of this. So 9 goes here. Stray mark is eliminated. So box 8 can be filled now, 1, 6 pair or the remaining 2 digits. And 5 is not here. That's 1 and 6. Seven in column 8, only one cell left. 7 goes here. That puts 7 in row 2. That gives a 4 here because 4 was in one of these two cells, and that gives 4 in row 2, giving a 4 in one of these two cells and giving a 4 in row 8. Beautiful. And that resolves that becomes 4, 5. So look at these. Look at this column. Remaining digits are 1, 3 and 9. This can't be 3 and 9, so that is 1. This becomes a 3, 9 pair, and you can't have a 9 here, so that's a 3, that's a 9. That 9 gives a 5 here. So you might have seen that there is no cursor that is right now being shown on the window, and you can only see a dull yellow color. But the problem is that I have to live with this. I'm doing these videos on iMac, and I've asked around and I'm not able to find a fix for this. Unfortunately, in OBS on Mac, the cursor is not being displayed. So if you have any fix for this, please let me know. I'll try to make the cursor appear. So the 5 here gives me a 3 here. And look at this column. This is not a 9, that's a 6. This becomes, oh, what have I done? Sudoku is breaking. Let me go back. Sorry for this. I seem to have missed something here. Okay, we 4 was pushed here, and 4 went here. So 4 went in these two cells, and which means we got the 4 here, and that resolved the 4, 5 pair. This was 1 or a 3. Okay, you have 3, 9 here, so this became a 1. That became a 3 and that became a 9. So if I look at this row, I need 1, 5 and 8, and I can't have 1 and 8 here, so that's a 5. So that becomes 3. And that 5 gives, oh, I'm breaking the Sudoku. What did I do? I would have to revert all the way back. I don't know what was the point I made the error, guys. Not sure. I was going on the right path. I don't know where I made the mistake. Sorry for this. Sorry. In this column, I mistakenly assumed that this was a pair. 8 could actually go here, right? So I saw a pencil mark of 8 and then I mistakenly assumed that way. Sorry for this. So thankfully we were able to revert it. So 4 was in one of these two cells, right? We don't have a pair anymore. So I remember this point being the most trickiest, and I actually wondered how come I continued faster here. So that was due to that wrong assumption. Okay, along row 8, this must be 1, 4, and 5. What next? This could be placed, right? 7. 7 goes here. 7 is not here. So 7 goes here. All these are correct. So 4 gets fixed here. And that gives me a 4 here, which puts a 4 in one of these two cells, removing the 4 here and giving a 4 here. And that resolves this 4, 5 pair. And now let's work along column 1. Remaining digits are 1, 3, 9. So this is 1 and 9. These would be 1, 3, 9. With the 3 going in these two cells. And 9 can't be here because of this pink X-wing. That's a 1 and 3. So if you look at column 1, again we have 9 in exactly 2 cells marked in cream color. Now let's see if we have any more row or column which have only 2 possibilities for the 9. Don't think it's easy. Tough here. There's something really intricate. Okay, row 1, column 8 must be 1 or 3 because you have 2, 5, 7, 8. You also have a 6, 9. So this must be 1 or 3. It cannot be 1, 3. It cannot be 4. Ah, 2. 2 has to go here. I'm missing some simple reductions here. 2 cannot be in column 8, so 2 goes here, which gives a 2 here. And that gives a 2 here. Wow, I can't believe I missed that. So which means this cell would be 3, 5, 6. It cannot be a 9. Okay, that's fantastic. Now we've got an X-wing again. So let me remove these greens and yellows for better clarity. Let's make them white. Now look at column 7. I marked the position of 9s again in cream color. So you can see this is a fantastic Sudoku. We found an X-wing on some digit which I don't remember at the start. And then we found this X-wing on 9s. I think, yeah, I remembered. So we found an X-wing on 7s right at the very start. Then we found this X-wing on 9s. And there is one more X-wing on 9s. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Just fantastic, guys. So this is just rated a mere 77% on the portal. I'm sure this Sudoku deserves more than that. This is an excellent Sudoku. So which means these cells cannot take a 9. All these marked in, let's use green. All these marked in green cannot take a 9 because of the X-wing there in columns 1 and 7 of 9s. So these will be 3. This would be 8. That cannot be 3. So I think this should give us help us finish the Sudoku. Any more elimination of 9s? This is 1 out of 5. Okay, 8 in column 5, only one cell left. 8 goes here, and that puts the 8 in row 2, and that puts the 8 in column 2. So this means this will be 5, 6 for the column, and this will be 1, 3, 9. And now look at row 3, there is only one cell left for the 3. 3 cannot be in column 6, so 3 goes here, and that puts 1 here, giving a 9 here, giving a 6 here, giving removing the 6 here. This is 3, 5. So I have a 1, 3, 5 triplet in box 3. Let me remove all the colors now. Which means these 3 are 1, 3, 5. So this cannot be 5. That's 9, that's 6. And that 6 gives a 9 here, which gives a 5 here, which gives a 9 here. And this will be 3, 5 for the row. Box 1 can be completed, that's a 9. And 5 here gives me 1 in this row, and that gives a 6 here, which gives 5 and 1 here. Column 9 can be completed, 5, box 3, 3, 1. And that 5, 6 can be resolved, 5 and 6. And row 3 can be completed, that's a 1. And 5 in box 2 goes here. This will be a 3, 6 pair. That 5 can be resolved, 5, 6, 6, 5. Oops. 6 can be resolved, 6, 3. And 3, 1, 9. This can be completed, 4, 1. And 6 and 9, 9, 6. And 5 goes here, 4 goes here, and 3 goes here. And with that, we have completed this wonderful Pencilmarks Sudoku by Johnny JLJ. An excellent solve. Had lots of interesting techniques, I would say. First X-wing, there was a Y-wing, there was also an X-wing again. So an excellent Sudoku, to say the least. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please like the video and comment under the video, and do subscribe to the channel. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.